We are approaching the end of the year. The best part of end of the year, for those who like reading books, usually many people post what they have accomplished for the past year, from January to December, and especially how many books they have read, how many books they are planning to read in the next or the following year. So some people, they post, okay, this year I managed to read maybe 15 books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I recommend 1, 2, 3, 4. Next year I'm planning maybe to read another 15, or I plan to read maybe 30 books. I know some people that have read even 50, 100 books, which is a very fantastic way of reading and getting knowledge. To surprise of many people, nowadays I prefer not to read many books. I don't like to read many books. Why am I not the guy nowadays reading a lot of books compared to the previous time? I would like to share with you what was that change. I know for sure reading books is one of the best way of getting knowledge. Knowledge is in the books, but I'm trying to reduce the way of reading more books, but focusing on something else. But also is going to help me, and I want to share with you and see what is your opinion on that. Welcome everyone to the EBM Scholars Show. In case you have never been to the EBM Scholars, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, the founder and the CEO of the EBM Scholars, talking to you from my home office in Belton, Missouri, United States of America. In case you have never subscribed to my channel, please do so and enjoy this kind of channel. The channel which provides a lot of information about writing, books, selling the books, and everything for free on Amazon, but also losing weight, about education overseas, and so many positive things, immigration, so much, whatever you want to know. But today I'm going to talk about, as I mentioned before, about reading books. Many people, as I said, when it goes to the end of the year, they are talking different ways on how they have been benefiting themselves from reading so many books, the knowledge they are acquiring, and what is the plan they are going to do in the following year. But that, for me, has been changing. I'm reducing, or I don't like nowadays to read a lot of books for some reason I'm going to mention, and I'm focusing for something else. So the question I can ask to you as a book reader, how many books have you read or you are planning to read in the year 2020? For the 2019, how many books have you read? And what have you read so far, knowledge-wise, not just by the number? What have you seen yourself transforming through learning from all those books? And nowadays, I'm very much proud to see a lot of people from Africa, especially, or developing countries in general, are reading books. And there are so many book clubs. I've seen, I'm one among the people in one of the WhatsApp group, which we are focusing about reading books, supporting one another into writing, analyzing, discussion about books. So that is just a WhatsApp group only for books. And there are so many book clubs or WhatsApp groups just for reading, writing, whatever, learning about books. And there are other actual clubs, not WhatsApp, about reading books. So they have one day, they just go and they have club, they are going to, everybody's reading a book, and then they are one book, whatever, they are going to discuss that kind of book, which is very, very good for people to create accountability and sharing the wisdom and knowledge they are going to get from the various books. Okay, so for me, as I said, I don't read much of the books nowadays. This change came between mostly around 2015. When I started writing my books, I decided like I will be focusing more about writing books rather than reading more books. I know sometimes it doesn't make sense for some other people. Some other people, for them, when you want to write a book, you need to do a lot of research, you need to read a lot of things, and in order to be able to write books. So, but for me, the books I'm writing, one, are non-fictional books. So obviously, if you are doing non-fictional, likely you have to read more books. But most of my books are more my perspective, my personal opinion on certain things, or certain experiences which I have. So for instance, I can give you an example. This book is True Memoirs of the Scholarship Guy. The book is talking about my personal experiences, how I applied and how I got scholarships. So I don't need to read books about scholarships to explain, oh, in order to get a scholarship, you have to do GRE, you have to do TOEFL, you have to do whatever. I don't need to do that because I'm explaining what I did in order to get scholarships. You see, I wrote a book, for instance, about my personal life, the memoir, explaining how I was able, my dreams of coming to America, how I successfully applied and got opportunity to come to America, how I became a US citizen. So I don't need to read a book about ways of becoming a US citizen or advantages or benefits of becoming a US citizen, because I'm going to explain what benefits I experience myself of becoming a US citizen. So you see, so for that case, I'm avoiding to read a lot of books because I will end up using people's opinion on my books and assuming these are my thinking about my the benefits of becoming a US citizen. This one I can just forget about what is my experience and starting writing people's opinion on something. But I want to put only my opinion. Yes, there are certain things I have to go to read from others. I understand if I need that one, I'll go and read that one. But if I don't need to read that one, I'll end up using my opinion. So that's why, for instance, when I was writing about the memoir, I'm focusing on myself. For instance, when the book I'm going to write, another book, for instance, I'm going to write about the book about my YouTube blueprint, for instance. If I'm writing that book about my YouTube blueprint, I'm not going to read more about, okay, what is YouTube, whatever. I'm going to, the title of the book is my YouTube blueprint, how I plan to grow my channel to 500,000, 500,000 subscribers within 5 years. So what I'm going to do is, okay, what I'm doing, one, I bought the lights. Why I'm buying the lights? Because of 1, 2, 3. I bought this kind of microphone because of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm using thumbnail. Why I'm using thumbnail? Because if you use a thumbnail, it looks this way and whatever. Now I'm uploading videos regularly because what I'm planning to do regularly, this is the impact, and I'm showing you the results. One, I'm changing most of my videos to use it from Swahili to use in English. Why am I doing that? So I don't need to read books to show or to share my journey. So most of my books are my personal experiences. I wrote about the book about, it was a political science book about US election, previous election. That one, there are certain things obviously I have to read, like Electoral College or electoral votes versus popular for it. There are certain concepts, but there are certain things is my own opinion, so I don't need to read to see what really actually happened in the 2016 United States presidential elections. So I'm avoiding to read most of the books because of that. But I encourage you, and I'm very happy for you when you are reading books because you get all this knowledge. But for me, because I plan to write 100 books, I'm avoiding to be, you know, like sometimes even a musician, you might end up, you think that this is my song, but the idea might be you listen to one song and you end up using tune of someone else. You do not know because you have listened so many songs. So sometimes it's better to block everything from people from around the world and just flow from your heart. So instead of going to read about cards, about how people are writing cards, just write from your heart how you love your wife, how you love your husband, how you love your kids. Just bring from your heart. Instead of going to read the cards, you might end up copy and paste from someone's imaginary world and put it there. So that's why, for me, why I don't like to read more books at the moment. Because unless otherwise I'm writing certain books, yes, but otherwise I'm bringing my opinion, something my passion. So what is your take on that one? I hope you have different ways. What makes you to be a good reader, whatever, analysis, whatever. So that's I was trying to explain to you why I don't like nowadays to read more books, because of that reason. But if you are reading the books, how many books have you read? Please share with us. And what is the plan for your 2020 plan? But if you are a book writer, do you read a lot of books before you write your books, or just do like me, what I'm doing? So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Again, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, and I'm looking forward to get your comment, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. Thank you and goodbye everyone.